what's going on too? How's everybody been doing? So just when I thought I was getting better, I'm starting to feel crappy again. I don't know what's going on. I think I need to see a doctor because I don't think something's just not right with me. But I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see my doctor. But anyway, today we're going to talk about tips for new Linehaul drivers. That was a request that I got, so I will honor that request and we'll talk about it. So obviously when you first come into Linehaul, whether you're new to LTL or you're transitioning from P&D to Linehaul, whatever your situation is, it can be a challenge for you, you know, especially getting used to running nights, because Linehaul, we primarily run at night unless you are blessed to have a day run, or you know, you run the extra mode where you run days and nights, but expect to run nights. So one tip I can give you as far as that aspect is making sure you get your proper rest, because it would suck if you have a 600+ mile run and you're not rested. You're gonna have some issues. One tip I can give you is try to learn the layout of your home terminal. Now this is if you are new altogether. If you came from P&D, then obviously you already know the layout of your terminal, but if you're new altogether, it's a good idea that you learn the layout. Learn the doors, meaning with Linehaul or just with LTL, typically we load by door. So let's just say door 105 is Atlanta. So every night, door 105 will be your Atlanta, door 106 could be Atlanta, door 107 could be Atlanta, door 108 could be Nashville, door 110 could be Miami. So you get the point. Each door is gonna be for a different city. Now typically, the same door is gonna be for that city. That's usually gonna be the set door, but it could change, but typically it's gonna be the same each night. So it's important that you know that. Another thing is make sure you learn the layout of your break bulk terminals. You know, break bulk for beginners, those are going to be your large, massive terminals. Those could be terminals that have anywhere from 150 doors to 200 doors to 300+ door. Point is, they're massive terminals, and there's going to always be a lot of traffic in there. It's going to be drivers hooking sets, breaking sets, backing up, you know, just doing what they need to do. So it's basically a hustle and bustle. So it's important that you learn the layout. Again, you want to know where the inbound is, you want to know where the outbound is, you want to know where the empties are. Why is this important? Because these terminals, you know, they are massive, you know, they're massive. And if you don't know the layout, you know, you could easily spend 30, 45+ minutes, you know, scrambling around trying to find, you know, your trailers. Now, some drivers, you know, they might be nice enough to stop and help you, but a lot of these guys, you know, they're hustling, you know, they're trying to get in, they're trying to get out, that way they can go home or to the hotel, whatever their situation is. The point is, they're gonna be in a rush. Now, you might get one driver, you know, that's nice enough to help you. You know, it's also a good idea too to ask the yard jockey, because the yard jockey, you know, he or she, they're gonna know the whole layout of the terminal. They're gonna know if your trailer needs to go in the door, they're gonna know exactly where it needs to go. They're gonna be able to tell you yay or nay if you need to break it down or leave it hooked. Now, your relay terminals, you know, those are gonna be your terminals where it's just what it is. You know, it's gonna be freight that passes through. So let's say you go to Atlanta and you have a set that's bound for Tampa, but it came out of, let's just say, Louisville. That's a perfect example of relay freight. Now, speaking of relay freight, when you go to these terminals that have relay freight, it's always a good idea that you inspect it. If you don't take anything from this video, always inspect your relay trailers, because I would love to tell you guys that your fellow co-workers are going to always report defected equipment, but reality is some drivers, they don't care. You know, once they get it off of them, it's the next man's problem. Some drivers have that mindset, but it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So it's important that you inspect it. You want to check for defects. You want to make sure that that dolly is connected. And speaking of dollies, you know, when you first come into Linehaul, it's important that you inspect your dolly, because it would suck, you know, if you hook everything up and then realize you have a torn line or a defect in your dolly. Another thing is, when you first start hooking doubles, you know, you're gonna be slow at it. You know, don't expect to be fast, because you're gonna be slow because it's gonna be something that's new to you. So my advice to that is to keep practicing. And when you do line haul, you know, you're gonna be hooking sets, breaking sets a lot. So eventually it's gonna come natural and you're gonna get faster and faster and faster at it. Another tip I can give you is, if you are somebody that does a meet and turn where you meet another driver, you know, it's a good idea that you get that driver's contact information. That way y'all can communicate trailer numbers and ETAs and things of that nature. Another thing too is try to find somebody, you know, to talk to, because I mean, you're gonna be running nights and it can be hard to stay awake at night, you know, for 400 to 600 plus miles a night. So that's another tip I can give you. As far as how I stay awake, that's for a future video, so be on the lookout for that. Another tip I can give you is know the hotels, because when you do line haul, you know, you may not get to come home every day, so you might have to stay in a hotel. So it's a good idea that you know the list of hotels that you can stay at for that particular city. And it's also important that you call ahead. That way you're not scrambling for a hotel at the last minute, because some of these hotels, you know, they fill up quick depending on the city you go to. And that's pretty much all the tips I can give you. You know, just make sure you're being considerate too. Be considerate of your other drivers, because like I said, some of these terminals are massive, so you're gonna have a lot of drivers, you know, all over the place, hooking, breaking sets. So try to make sure you're not blocking another driver. Try to stay out that driver's way. And yeah, that's pretty much all the tips I can give y'all. So I'm coming up to the 7-minute mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So as I always tell y'all, thank you to all my day one subscribers. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I appreciate all you guys. Make sure y'all are hitting that like button and support the channel. And as I always tell y'all, y'all take it easy, stay safe.